Hey guys, and Happy New Year. I know it's a few days late, but Happy New Year, and we're in 2022 now. So we're starting off a new year. Now is a good time to start fresh and to really start going after your goals and to start going after what is it that you want. I want everybody to be able to have a complete mindset shift in the year of 2022. If you've been in the same place in 2021 and in previous years, you've noticed that things just haven't gone your way or that you had goals, you had ambitions, but you kind of fell away from them over time, then I want this to be the year that you start going after what you want. And I want this to be the year that you end up switching your mindset so you're able to become the best version of yourself even from this year. Today, I want to go over something very important that is very important to put into practice if you want to be able to strive after your goals and if you want to be able to be successful in whatever it is that you're working towards. The first thing I want everybody to understand through this video is the mind is a lot more powerful than you may think. Your mind is very powerful in what you put into your head, because whatever you put into your head, that is going to become your thoughts, and that's what's going to travel into your subconscious, and that's what you're always going to be thinking about even when you don't realize it. So some people always have a tendency to focus on the negatives in themselves, whether they focus on what other people say about them, whether they have traits such as laziness, a lack of confidence, a lack of self-control, self-discipline. Many people have these traits and they let it haunt them on a day-to-day basis because they know that they're lazy. They know that they're not being self-disciplined to do what they need to do. And then when other people start saying things on the other side, then it makes it 100 times worse. And they start really putting themselves down and focus on those negatives. But I want you to understand right now that you have the power to be able to change that. You have the power to change what it is that you are right now. If you don't like the way that you are right now, or you know for sure that you're lazy, you're not putting in the work that you need to put in, you're not being self-disciplined, you're setting goals for yourself, but you're never able to discipline yourself to keep after those goals, then I want you to understand that it's not going to be easy, but you can change those things and you can start working towards what you want. You could change those characteristics about yourself. And the way to be able to change those things about yourself that you may not like or that you understand that you need to get better at is to start coming out of your comfort zone. A lot of people like sticking in this comfort zone. What I want everybody to understand in this video is that you can change the traits of yourself that you don't like. You can change their personality traits, your work ethic. You can change these things as long as you're willing to come out of your comfort zone. Now, it's not easy to come out of your comfort zone. It's not easy to start eating healthy if you're used to eating fast food every single day. It's not easy to work out and put your body under stress lifting weights if you're used to just coming home after work every single day and eating chips on the couch. It's not easy to start a side hustle so you can start building up more finances if you're used to just coming home and watching TV every single day after work. It's not easy to practice having mindfulness and to start focusing on yourself if you're always indulging in social media and all these things that are on the internet. It is not easy to get better if you're not willing to jump out of those comfort zones that you're already in. No matter what, it's going to be a difficult thing. But this is what so many people have trouble doing. People like to stay in this comfort zone because they don't want to be uncomfortable. They don't want to jump out of that mind frame that they're in. The point that I'm trying to make through this is if you want to make changes in your life and you want to have a positive impact and you want to start going after your goals or whatever it is that you want to do this year, you're going to have to jump out of your comfort zone. That is the only way that you're able to grow. If you stay in your comfort zone, then you will never be able to grow beyond what you're already in. But if you're willing to make sacrifices, you're willing to start something new, right? Like I've already explained. If your goal this year is to get fit and to work out so that you're able to become in the best shape of your life, then you have to be willing to make yourself, even on the days when you don't want to do it, go to the gym or go for a walk. Whatever it is that you're doing to be fit, you have to tell yourself, even on the days when you don't feel like doing it, that you're going to get up and that you're going to do it. You have to be able to have that self-discipline and you have to be able to be in those uncomfortable situations in order to be able to be successful. If your goal is to eat healthy this year, you said that you're going to stop eating fast food, that you're going to stop eating junk food, then you got to be able to be uncomfortable. On those days, even whenever you feel like eating a piece of cake or a brownie or a cookie or something, you have to be able to discipline yourself and be uncomfortable in that situation and realize that it's going to be beneficial whenever you eat the healthy foods instead. If your goal is to start a business that you've been thinking about for months or even years, then you have to be willing to jump out of your comfort zone and dedicate more time, sacrifice more time to be able to start that business. You have to jump out of your comfort zone and begin learning the process, understanding the process, and putting action towards that process to start up that business. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish in this year and just in life in general, then you have to be able to come out of your comfort zone. That is the way that you're going to be able to do it. If you're not willing to come out of that comfort zone, then you will never be able to expand beyond what you already know. But once you jump out of that comfort zone and dive headfirst and start having that discipline in yourself till you start going after what you want, then you will start being able to see your mind expand. You will start being able to understand a lot more, and you will start being able to go towards your goals all the more. You have to come out of your comfort zone. Everybody in life has a different way that they picture themselves. Not everybody has the same exact goals. There's one book that I've read, and there was one part that really hit me whenever I began to think about it, and I started writing it down on a piece of paper. The book was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And it spoke about, at one time, it said, imagine being at your own funeral 3 years from now. So you're attending your own funeral. Then it said, there's 4 people that go up to speak in the service of your funeral. Those 4 people are a family member of yours, a close friend, a work associate, and a spiritual or community leader. These are the 4 people who are going to go out and speak on your funeral. Then, what is it that you would want these people to say at your funeral? If you really think about it, it's a deep question. If you're attending your own funeral, what are the things that you want people to recognize you by? Whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's people that you work with, what is it that you want them to remember you by? What do you want their words to be about you? Whenever you come to think about this and really contemplate what is it that you want people to know you by and the kind of values that you want to hold to yourself, then you'll realize the kind of person that you want to become. You'll realize the inner being that you want to be able to become in the end. And through that, then you can start making efforts to become that person. Once you figure out what kind of person that you want to be and what kind of goals that you want to strive for, then you will understand what is it that you need to do in order to accomplish that. Once again, not everybody's going to have the same goals. Not everybody's going to have the same virtues. But once you figure out what is it that is important to you, then you can start putting into action to become that person. The person that you want people to be speaking about at your funeral. Of course, changing to be able to follow these virtues, if you haven't been doing this already, is not going to be easy. It's going to be very difficult because, once again, it all involves coming out of your comfort zone. In order to become a better person, in order to level up, in order to become the best versions of ourselves, we have to be willing to be in uncomfortable situations. If you're not willing to be in uncomfortable situations, then once again, you will never be able to expand. You will never be able to grow. That is the way of life. You have to jump out of your comfort zone. But even though this is the process of leveling up into becoming the best version of yourself, and you're going to have to be uncomfortable for a little while in order to attain it, in the end, whenever you reach your goals, whenever you reach that point in time when people are thinking those kind of thoughts of you that you want at your funeral, then you will look back and think, man, thank goodness I started at that time. You don't want to live with regret. You don't want to regret everything at the end of your life and think, dang, what if I would have just done this differently? What if I would have done this and not have been scared of it so much? What if I didn't have fear for this and just went out and did it? You want to make sure that you don't have those regrets and those thoughts in the end. So I want you guys to understand for 2022, jump out of your comfort zone. Don't stay in the little comfort zone or the little bubble that you put yourself in if you're trying to be comfortable and you're not where you want to be. In 2022, let us jump out of our comfort zone and become the best versions of ourselves even this year. Physically, mentally, spiritually, in every kind of way, let us become the best versions of ourselves. I want everybody to understand that if you feel like you're in a dark place, if you feel like you're mentally struggling, you're depressed, you're stuck in a place where you don't think you can get out of. Everybody has different situations, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are in a lot worse situation than me. But let us all strive together this year to become best versions of ourselves that we could possibly be. Once again, in order to achieve what you want, you have to be willing to jump out of your comfort zone. So I want this to be the year, 2022, where we have the mentality to not be comfortable, but to strive to become the best versions of ourselves. So I'll see you guys soon, and let us continue leveling up. Please like and subscribe and share this with anybody who you feel needs that motivation to get going in 2022 to start the new year off right. I'll see you guys soon.